Good morning, everyone. For those who are in the same time zone with me, good morning. Today we're going to do a nice and gentle, deep stretch, tension relief yoga. So we're going to take it nice and slow, waking up our body and just making sure we spend enough time in the areas that need relaxing and some deep stretches. So if you have any blocks, please feel free to grab them. You can also do everything without blocks. It's just to take the postures a little bit further or to accommodate you in any way that it helps. And for those who have the possibility, you can make a donation at the end of a class to help me out. And I would really appreciate that. And otherwise, we're going to go ahead and start. So go ahead and take a seat on your mat and sit down comfortably, cross-legged or sitting down on your heels. And go ahead and find stillness. Bring your hands down on your knees, palms facing up or down. Close your eyes and sit up nice and straight, rolling your shoulders back and down. And before we start, we're going to go ahead and try to find focus. And if we're waking up or just starting our day, take the time to see how you feel this morning. What is your energy like? If you're having low energy, high energy, whatever it is that you need today, that you need to give yourself. And just scan over your body, see if you can feel any tension. How does everything feel? Is there any stiffness going around in your body? If you have any thoughts coming around in your head, just welcome those thoughts and let them come in and let them go just as they came. And take the time to remind yourself that the only thing that you're actually doing in the present moment is sitting and breathing. And anything else that comes across your mind is just a fabrication of your mind. And the only moment that really exists and matters right now is this moment, the one that you're taking for yourself. And we're going to start bringing our focus to our breath. If you want to, you can go ahead and bring your hands onto your stomach, the lower abdomen, to feel how you're breathing. We're going to start to take some deep breaths in and out through the nose. As you inhale and exhale, try to make sure you release your shoulders down and your abdomen is filling up with air freely and your lungs are blowing up with air also without restriction. You don't have to go to 100%. Just as much as feels comfortable without forcing your abdomen out. So we're going to go ahead and inhale with 3 and exhale with 4. Go ahead and take a big inhale. 1, 2, 3. Feel the abdomen blowing up. And exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. And exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it at your own rhythm. If you need to breathe slower, go ahead. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, let it all out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one last time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And with the next inhale, go ahead and blink your eyes back open gently. And with the next inhale, you're going to go ahead and reach up nice and tall with your arms up towards the sky and look up. Stretch your spine up. And exhale. Bring your hands back down. And we're going to start with a little bit of a neck stretch. Especially if you're waking up, you might have a stiff neck. So it's nice to start waking up here. So with an inhale, you're going to drop your left ear over to your left shoulder. Make sure your shoulders are down. And exhale, come back to center and bring your right ear over to your right shoulder. Inhale, switch over to the other side. Exhale, over to the right side. So you might feel that one side is stiffer than the other. Maybe because of how you slept, or maybe because of a certain way that you stand and sit. Sometimes we clench in our shoulders and we create tension all the way down from the neck to the shoulder. And slowly, once you come to one side, you're going to go ahead and rock your head down to the center and all the way over to the other side. So you're creating a half circle with your head. Always going with the breath. Inhale and exhale. And feel as all the muscles in the back and the side of the neck are releasing. If you need to stop in one place and take a big inhale and exhale, if you feel like there's something pulling somewhere, just go ahead and stop there. And send that exhale to that area. And keep on moving gently. Go ahead a couple more times to each side. And when your head comes back to center with the chin down, inhale and bring it back up to center. And we're going to inhale again and reach up with our arm and go ahead and twist over to our right side. Bring our right hand behind our back and our left hand on our right knee. And twist. Look back behind us gently. And inhale, come back to center. And twist over to the left side so your left hand comes back behind you. Plant your fingers in the ground and your right hand on your left knee. And look back behind you. And you should also feel a nice stretch on the right side of your neck here as you look back behind you. You don't have to look super far behind, just enough to feel that nice stretch. Inhale, come back to center and switch over to the right side. Inhale to center, exhale to your left side. One last time to the right side. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center, stretch up. And exhale, release your hands down. I'm going to go ahead and take off my sweater. And we're going to go ahead and come on our knees. And you're going to prop yourself up. And take your right leg out to your side with the foot planted down on the ground. The toes are facing the front, the side of the mat actually, facing you. And go ahead and inhale, reach up with your left hand. And exhale, slide your right hand down your leg and reach over towards your right side. So you're opening your left side of your body, opening the rib cage. Make sure you're not letting your head completely hang down. Just try to keep it close to your ear and look to your side. And with each exhale, you can go a little bit further, but you don't have to go too far as we're just warming up. And inhale, come back to center, and with an exhale, bring your left hand down onto the ground. And you're gonna bring that right arm up and overhead and reach over to your left side. Make sure it's completely coming up. Push into your hand in the ground. Open your chest, so you're not collapsing down towards the ground. And reach. Keep on breathing. And with the last exhale, go ahead and bring both hands down to the ground, out in front of you. Plant your fingers on the ground, reaching far out. And bring your forehead to the ground, relaxing your chest towards the ground. And with the next inhale, bring your hands under your chest and push yourself up. Bring that right leg in and take the left leg out. Plant the foot into the ground. Toes are facing the side of the mat. And inhale with your right arm up, reaching high. Exhale, slide your left hand down your leg and reach over towards your left side, opening your right side, opening your rib cage. Make sure you're not reaching forward, so you're not sticking your bum out. Just slightly tuck it in. And inhale. Come back to center and exhale. Bring that right hand on the ground. Swipe your left hand up above your ear and reach over to the other side. Pressing the foot into the ground and reaching with your arm overhead. Pressing the hand into the ground so you don't collapse into your shoulder. And open the side body. And with an exhale, bring both hands on the ground out in front of you. Your hips are still off the ground. Reach forward. You can't see my fingers, unfortunately, but I'm planting my fingers into the ground and my arms are straight. And let your forehead come to the ground. Open your chest. And with an inhale, bring your hands under your chest, push yourself up, and we're going to come into tabletop. So bring your hands under your shoulders, open your knees, hips distance apart, and spread your fingers nice and wide. And let's take a few cat cows. So inhale, bring your chest forward. The pelvis is sticking out. Your stomach is coming down towards the ground. Open your chest. And exhale, round your back. Push into your hands. Spread the shoulder blades away from the spine. Belly comes in. Inhale, back into cow tilt. Bring your chest forward. Imagine you're sliding your hands towards you. Exhale, round again. Push into your hands. Making space in between your shoulder blades. Imagine you're trying to slide something under you here and making space for it. And go ahead and keep on going with inhale and exhale as slow as you need to. And slowly we're going to start making circles with our hips and our chest, and the head also comes into circles, trying to open the body, open the spine towards the sides, and slowly warming up different areas. So go ahead and really do the movements that feel good for you. So it doesn't have to be exactly like I do it here. There's no chance of hurting yourself here. Just go ahead and circle which way you want. You can reverse that circle. You can come back and forward if that feels better. Just go ahead and see what is good for your body, because everybody's different. So everybody is going to need different movements, different variations, and some more time in a certain area. So if you do feel that there's something stuck in one area, just stay there longer. And slowly we're going to come back to stillness and come to a neutral tabletop. And bring your hands slightly a bit further. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes in. Inhale, and with an exhale, bring your hips up towards the sky. Open your shoulders away from your ears. So you imagine the outside of your arms are coming down towards the ground. Make sure you're pressing your whole palm into the ground. And go ahead and start pedaling right and left leg, so you're warming up the hamstrings. And as you come back to center, bend both legs, and with the exhale, straighten them out. They don't have to be entirely straight. You can bend them a little bit so you make sure your back is straight and you're sending your sitting bones up towards the sky. Wherever you are here, take a big inhale and exhale it through the mouth. Let it all out. And go ahead and bring your right foot in between your hands to the front of the mat. Open your chest, look forward. Exhale. Bring the other foot to the front. Inhale all the way up. And reach up towards the sky. Exhale. Release your hands down. And open your legs about hips distance. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, imagine you're pulling your fingers down towards the ground. Open your chest. Exhale, bend your legs and fold forward. Bring your hands up and overhead and release your head down. Let your neck completely let go of the weight of your head. And don't worry about straightening your legs for now. Just try to bring your stomach into contact with your legs. Opening up those shoulders. You can sway a little bit side to side from here if that feels all right for you. If it's too much on your shoulders, you can let your arms hang and take your elbows in between your hands, and from here sway side to side. And finally, release your hands down on the ground. And go ahead and bring your left foot to the back of the mat. Press into your hands. Bring your knees down on the ground and come into a child's pose. So bring your forehead onto the ground. Extend your arms out in front of you. And feel the weight of your forehead on the ground and your hips gradually falling down onto your heels. If they're not touching your heels, well, that's fine. Eventually they'll get closer. Just give it some time. And go ahead and tiptoe your fingers all the way over to your left side. Planting your fingers into the ground and release your head down to the ground. And you should feel a nice stretch all the way down your right side. And tiptoe the fingers all the way over to the right side and release your head down. And come all the way back to center. And go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your back once again. And you're going to bring your forehead back on the ground and slightly tuck your head in. So you're slightly more on the top of your head than on your forehead. And with an exhale, you're going to bring your hips up and roll onto the top of your head. And your arms are going to come up and overhead. So if you have any problems with your neck, just
Be aware there and take it as far as you can without going over your limit. So this should really release the back of your neck. And slowly bring your hips back down. Arms come back down to your sides and your head comes up. And now if you have your blocks, go ahead and take them. Or if you have books, you can also use that, some nice and thick books. Otherwise, you can do it without the blocks. And go ahead and bring your elbows to the front of the blocks, plant them there or on the ground, and release your head down in the middle of the blocks, and your hands are going to interlace behind your head. Bring them up and let your shoulders and your chest open, and bring the forehead down so your hips are still up over your knees, not down onto your heels. And feel that nice opening in the top of your back. And gently bring your hands under your chest. Push yourself back up. And we're going to come and use one block if you need it. You might not need it for this posture or a book. And come to standing and have your feet on either side of the block if you have one and need one. Open your feet slightly to the sides, so a little bit more than hips distance apart. And bring your hands in prayer, and we're going to squat down slowly, bringing your hips down towards the ground. If you need that block, go ahead and sit on the block. You can put it at the level that you need, the height that you need. If you don't need the block, just put it aside. Bring your hands in prayer and open your chest, pressing your elbows into your knees and sway a little bit side to side. If you're not able to squat down with your heels being entirely on the ground, then I would recommend staying a little bit higher, but having the heels still on the ground. Feel that nice opening in your hips, in your lower back. And come to center. And we're going to take a little bit of a twist. So we're going to go ahead and with our left hand, going to press gently into our left knee and open it up and look back behind us. The other hand can come planted onto the ground on our right side. So you don't have to really press hard in there. Engage your glutes so it's easier to open your legs. Come back to center and go ahead and press into your right knee. And look up. You should feel a really nice opening in the bottom of the back. And switch back to the other side.
Open up. Back to center. Open the right side. And come back to center. And go ahead. And come all the way to the ground, sitting down. And we're going to straighten out our right leg out in front of us. Bend the left and bring the heel into the groin and open our knee to the left side. If your knee is having a hard time coming down towards the ground and it's a bit of a tension for you, go ahead and put it onto the block. So you're not just hanging there and creating more tension. And sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. And with an exhale, go ahead and reach forward. And bring your hands down onto either your leg or reaching your toe. Your foot is flexed. However, if you have a tendency of rounding your back and you can't reach too far, don't focus on reaching your toes. Just bring your hands down on your legs and go wherever you can go. Listen to your body's limits. Also, those might change depending on the day. One day you'll be able to touch your toes and the other day not. And that's perfectly normal. So try not to get frustrated with wherever your body is reaching today. And reach forward with your chest and lightly release your head down. Relax your shoulders also. You're not pulling with the shoulders. Relax them down. Relax your jaw. And inhale, come back up slowly. And from here, we're not going to come all the way up yet. We're going to go ahead and bring our left hand on the outside of your leg or on the outside of our foot and twist over to our right side. So we're going to bring our right hand behind on the ground and try to open our chest. So if it's really too far with the foot, go ahead and grab your leg. Open your chest and look over to your side. And come back to center. We're going to switch over to the other side. So straighten the left leg and bend the right. Bring it into your groin. Same thing here. You can use a block to prop your knee onto. Inhale, reach up, sitting nice and tall. And exhale, reach forward. Opening your chest. Try to engage with the leg. Same movement here. Imagine you're sending your sitting bones up towards the sky. So it'll really help you reach a little bit further. And release your head down. And relax the shoulders once again. Relax your face. Breathing nice and slow and always going further with the exhale
gently, so don't pull yourself abruptly when you go further. Just let the breath take you there. And with the next inhale, come up and reach with your right hand on the outside of the leg or the outside of the foot. And your left arm comes back behind you. Plant your fingers in the ground. Open your chest and look behind you. So this might be a bit too far, so you can bring out the leg and bring yourself into the twist gently. Look to your side. And come back to center. Go ahead and lie on your back. Bring your legs in and make circles with your knees. So bring your hands on your knees and make circles. You might feel a bit more opening in your lower back and your sacrum. Circling one way and the other. And go ahead and bend both legs. We're going to come into a happy baby. Flex your feet and take the feet from the outside or your big toes. And imagine that you're gently trying to bring your feet closer to you. So be careful that your entire spine is on the ground. You're not lifting your bum off of the ground. And you can rock a little bit from side to side. And come back to center and gently bring your feet towards you. And release your feet. Bring them on the ground. And once again here, if you have a block or a cushion or something that can create an opening in your lower back, go ahead and lie on the block. You can also use the second one for your head behind you. Find that comfortable point at the lower back where you're lying down onto it and your bum is still on the ground, so you're not lifting your bum off the ground. And go ahead and open your knees to the sides. Let them hang. And you should find that point where your chest is opening and you can let your shoulders hang. So obviously, whatever it is you use, don't have it directly on your spine, just on the sides. And find that comfortable position and go ahead and breathe nice and deep. Taking some full breaths, so opening your lungs and opening your abdomen. And you can sigh out through the mouth.
And let gravity do the work. Slowly, your legs are opening up. Knees are getting closer to the ground. Your heart is opening up. Chest is open, making space. You can stay here as long as you want. I would recommend, however, after a while, taking the blocks out from under you and coming into Shavasana so that your spine comes back in a more neutral position. Go ahead and lie your legs out on the mat. Open your arms and legs, letting the feet hang to the side. And go ahead and relax here just for a minute before you start going off to your day, getting busy. Just really take the time to close, making sure you're really in this present moment and not somewhere else in your mind. Listen to your breath as it comes in and out, and imagine a wave coming in and out of the ocean. And as it comes in, it takes away all the tensions, all the worries, all the way in the ocean. So I invite you to stay here as long as you need, as long as it makes you feel good. And slowly, when you're ready, you can come out of the Shavasana and stretch out your body nice and wide. Roll over to one side. And eventually, when you're ready, you can come back to seated position. If possible, still with your eyes closed. And let's finish off with 3 yams before we get started with the day. Bring your hands in prayer. Inhale. 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 Thank you for joining the class, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel nice and relaxed to start your day. And if you feel like it, you can like the video and leave any comments and subscribe to the channel if it's not the case. If you have the possibility, you can leave a donation in the link in the description of the video. I would appreciate that. However, thank you for joining in any case, and I'll be doing the next class very soon, next week. Have a wonderful day, everyone.